Hi everybody. If you've been looking for more ways to get visibility using video, then a live stream might be perfect for you. It is a great opportunity to get in front of a new audience, share with them some information on content that they're already interested in, and then assert yourself as an authority there. So today we're talking about how you can host your own Facebook Live. Let's get right into it. If you're new here, my name is Liz and I love to release videos every Tuesday talking about how you can add more video to your business. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel so that you never miss any of my future content. Now, I've talked about going live with many people in the past and it often sends terror down their spine. People say to me all the time, Liz, I would love to do a live stream, but the idea of being completely live on the internet without any retakes or edits or cuts, it just absolutely terrifies people. So while I appreciate and understand that concern, the reality is hardly any other form of video can help to build that trust with a cold audience, or even of course a warm audience. So if there's any way that you can just work your way up by creating other smaller videos first to the point that you have the confidence to actually do a live stream, I guarantee you that it's going to have tons of benefits back for you and your business. The thing about doing a live stream is that often when we actually go live, at that minute there might not actually be a lot of people to watch it. So then we might feel discouraged, like, oh, why am I doing this if nobody's watching this anyway? However, many people watch live stream videos after the fact. And later when you scroll on your feed, you'll be able to see later that there was many views on that live stream that at the time only had maybe 1 or 2 people watching it live. So don't be discouraged if that happens to you. Doing a live is absolutely a great way to teach a new concept to a warm audience or to tell people about an upcoming promotion or offer that you might have. When people are scrolling on their Facebook or their Instagram and they see that somebody has gone live, the natural curiosity just to stop and actually hear what they're talking about is very strong. This is why you should absolutely try this and add this to your marketing strategy. So today we're talking about some of the do's and don'ts when you're hosting a live stream, and I will also jump onto my laptop with you so that you can see how to actually go through the steps when you are setting up a live stream on Facebook. Let's get right into it. Now, one of the key points to remember when you are ever doing a live stream is that you should prepare your points in advance. Have an outline at least somewhere on your desktop or on a piece of paper near you so that you're not forced to think on the spot when you're in this live environment, nor will you have that fear of actually rambling on and on. The one thing about the live environment is that it is very easy to just go off topic and off track, especially if anyone happens to come into the chat and maybe drop a hello there. This can absolutely take your mind off of what it is that you are talking about. So practice these points in advance and have a clear layout of what exactly you would like to say. In between all of that, of course, if someone comes through the chat or asks a question, then you can pause momentarily to address that. But at least you do have a clear outline so that you're not just speaking off of the cuff the entire time. On the topic of speaking off the cuff, if you happen to be very comfortable with the camera and producing videos in the first place, then it is absolutely a wonderful thing if you are out and about somewhere in your city, or if you're attending a special event of some sort, to just spontaneously do a live stream just so that you can include your audience in something that you're doing. That is something that does not necessarily require a lot of speaking points or preparation. It's just a way to give your audience a bit of a sneak peek over your shoulder about a real life interaction that you are having somewhere that might be of interest to them. Now, a classic mistake that I see people making when they're hosting a live stream is that they go live and then they sit there waiting for people to join. The problem with this is that people may or may not join. Someone might happen to bump into your live stream when they are scrolling and they might stop out of curiosity to see what it is. But there have been many times where people have done live streams and literally just 1 or 2 people might be actually watching that at that time. Don't ever worry about that. Your intention there with the live stream is to just connect with your audience, show your face, and share some information. You don't have to have 100 people watching you in order to do that. The other thing is, later when people bump into your live stream just on their feed, or they're watching the replay, it will be super boring for them to watch you sitting there in silence looking at the screen for 15-20 seconds before you launch into your material. They will bounce right away from that. So instead, as soon as you go live stream, give it a few seconds because of course all of your followers will get a little notification at the top of their phone mentioning that so-and-so has gone live. So it will take them a couple of seconds just to get into that app and check it out if they want to. So just wait a couple of seconds with a nice smile on your face, look pleasant and relaxed, and then launch in right away without too much delay. Now, it is always beneficial to practice in advance about the actual technology and the setup when you go live. If you're not very used to doing this, then there are a couple things to just keep in mind. And it is different whether you go live on your actual cell phone or whether you go live from your laptop. You need to check the positioning and the framing to make sure that in the actual screen, the top of your head is not cut off, that there isn't any clutter behind you, that you actually have enough light on your face reflected so that people can see you, and that the window is not behind you and completely blackening out your face. There's a few things like that that you should test in advance. Sometimes the way that we feel like we look in real life is not going to translate the same way on camera, on video. One really great thing to do when you are going live is to prepare in advance what the title and the actual description of your live are going to be. Whether you're doing your live stream on Instagram or Facebook, you will be given an opportunity even before you actually get into the live environment to type out a small caption or a title there. So never miss an opportunity to do this, because remember that people are scrolling through their feed, either when you are actually live or even later. When they see your video there without any type of caption or description or title or anything, then they have no idea really what it's about. So they either have to quickly choose to have a look and watch it or to just keep scrolling. So don't take the risk that anyone is going to just miss your video and avoid it because they think, oh well, I don't know what it's for anyway, so I'll just skip it this time. Now, whether your live stream is just a couple of minutes or you're spending more time to actually teach out a more lengthy topic, there is always a chance that some people will show up in the chat. Now, most of the time they will just be saying hello, or it's great to see you here, or they might even ask a question or, engage in some other conversation within the chat itself. So you have to make a decision in advance whether you are going to be taking the time to monitor and address what is happening in the chat during your actual live stream. If you're just going to be on for a couple of minutes and you think that you are comfortable doing the live stream, looking at the camera, talking, and quickly glancing down at the chat just to address any questions there, then you can absolutely go ahead and do that. That is the best practice. However, if you are planning on spending any greater length of time to teach an extended topic, and you're worried that you will either miss what is happening in the chat or that the chat might distract you from the actual topic that you're talking about, then you can always ask a friend just to help you to moderate that chat. They can do that even if you don't add them into the back end of your own Facebook or Instagram. Just as themselves, they can also join your live stream just as a member of the public, and then they can help to just moderate what is happening there. That way, all of the chat remarks will actually be acknowledged, and then you can continue on without any distractions. Always, always, always save your live streams, even if it's just a couple minutes or if it's something lengthy. You can save it directly to your phone or you can save it directly to your laptop, and then that way you have a copy. Once you have a copy, there are a million things you can do with that later. You can have the entire thing transcribed so that you end up with a nice piece of written content that you can use in so many different ways. You can upload that as a blog, you can chop that up into smaller pieces and use them for social media. There's a million different things you can do. Not only that, but that actual recording can be uploaded back into the system in a variety of other ways. For example, you could post to your website one of the lives that you did, so that when somebody comes to your website, they can get a sense of your teaching style and sort of what your look and feel is, and that's a great way to just promote more content. Or you can upload that to your social media platforms. For example, on Instagram, you can upload a video that you've already created live, and then just upload that to the video section and people can watch it later. There is absolutely no reason that you should ever waste or lose a live stream that you did. That is great content that you have put your heart and soul into promoting live, so you don't want to lose that whatsoever. Make sure that you store a copy of that either on your device or keep it on your hard drive or an external drive somewhere or upload it to the cloud. You never know later how many ways that you can repurpose that. And I have seen people, in fact, doing lengthy live streams for almost 30 minutes, teaching a concept, and then grabbing that same recording, packaging it up a little bit nicely at the beginning and the end, and then selling that as an actual digital product. It's all possible, so you don't want to lose a single bit of that material. Now let's jump onto my laptop so that I can show you exactly where you click so that you can get started with a Facebook Live. Facebook does once in a while just change the interface of how they allow you to go live. However, most of the functionality remains the same. It's just an idea of understanding the principles. So let's go. Do a Facebook Live, you'll have to decide if you would like to host that on your personal profile or if you would like to do it from your business page. The real difference between the two is that if you do a live stream from your personal profile, you will not have an opportunity to do a test live stream. You will have to go live right away as soon as you set up all of the details, and that would be posted right away to your public audience, or of course you could set the privacy so that only you see it. That would be a workaround to do a test. On the other hand, if you go to your business page, you can in fact do a test live, and then once you feel comfortable with the look and feel of it, you could make that public. So if you're doing this from your personal page, you would go to just create a normal post as usual, and instead you would click live video here. Once you do that, you will get right into the options, and then you could just start right away. Let's say that I wanted to do it from my business page. So I could access my business profile. And then in the same place where I would normally create a new post, I would click live. And then here I get the option to create a test broadcast. So I'll choose that. Now this page, despite it having many details, is actually quite self-explanatory. I will point out some of the key details here for you to look at. One thing is, always remember to add a title. I usually put my title with the word live, just in caps lock. Then I just add a title for whatever it is I'm talking about. And then always add a description. So this is almost like your Facebook caption. This is also a good place to even drop in some links if you want to redirect people after the live stream to your website or any other place so that they have it all handy. They don't have to go searching for it. Now here you could choose to upload your own video thumbnail image, which means that your video on the actual Facebook feed will have a nice, clean, pre-prepared graphic in front of it, just like a YouTube thumbnail. So that's really nice, just to keep a very clean front to your Facebook feed. Now, I in fact don't put this image, and that is only because I've noticed the trend that when I'm scrolling just through Facebook, if I happen to accidentally come across a video where it looks like someone is talking, just out of curiosity, I will just stop on that video and just click in for a second to see what it's about. However, if there's an image or a thumbnail there, then that same level of activity does not grab my eye. So for this reason, I often don't put a thumbnail, but you absolutely could if you'd like to. From this middle section here, you would choose which type of recording device you are using. So if you're going to be creating your live stream with the webcam on your laptop, you would choose this option. Or if you're using another software like OBS or Ecamm, then you could choose this one. On the left side, there's a couple features for you to look at. If you click into Settings, and then you click into Viewer, this will give you an opportunity to turn on captions, which I find really handy because a lot of people nowadays happen to watch videos without any sound. You could also go to the comments section, and then you could moderate who sees the comments and who's allowed to even leave comments. There's also features for more interactivity in your live stream. For example, you could create a poll in advance so that you set it all up here and then you click Create Poll, and then you'll have access to that to drop into the chat during your live stream. Similarly, you could also create a question if you just want to have more engagement during your live stream. Another thing to do is to look at the prompts section where you can drop in a URL for a website that you want to direct people to. So as it mentions here, if you're running any type of a fundraiser, or if you happen to be doing a live stream promoting a new offer of yours, then you could link the URL for your sales page here, and that's also really handy. So after you've completed entering in as many of those details as you find relevant, then it's as easy as clicking the Start Test button, which would become available down here. Once you click that, you'll be in the same live environment, so you could just do a quick live stream just as a test. That will give you an opportunity to see yourself back in the video here to make sure that you're positioned properly and that you like the look and feel of it. But this won't actually get posted to your public. It's just a test for yourself. Now, if you're happy with the way that the test went and all of the settings look good to you, then you could just cancel that test and retain all of these same settings and then just actually go live on your Facebook feed. Now, if hosting a live stream one day is on your pending list of things that you would love to do, then one hack that I can suggest to you, just so that you can practice and get comfortable with that environment, is to create a Facebook group and then just add 1 or 2 trusted people to it, like some very close friends or your mom or anyone who you don't mind actually going live in front of. And then try going live in that group so that 1 or 2 people are the only ones that actually see it. This gives you a great way to practice actually going live, getting used to the technology, how to turn it on and off, all of that. And the people that are watching that, or even watching it later on the replay, can give you some good feedback as to whether you are positioned well, whether there was ample lighting, whether the look and feel of the entire thing was nice, whether you were speaking at a pace and at a volume that seemed comfortable to listen to. There's good feedback that you can get from them as well. Plus, it's just a couple of you there, so there's no worry that you have to practice all of this live in front of the whole public and the whole internet. So this is a great way that you can just practice in advance until you really feel comfortable with that platform, and then try going live for your full feed. Once you become comfortable hosting a live stream, it becomes far easier for you to do other things too, like host a webinar or a masterclass, or run an online workshop, or do some live teaching or a live training. This all becomes quite a bit easier when you are used to that live environment and understand the technology behind it as well. This is why I highly encourage you to attempt going live at least once or twice a month, just so that your audience can get used to your face, you can get some more traction with video. People will keep finding that video long after it's posted, and that skill will open many other doors for you that will be useful for you as a business owner in particular. Now, if you like this video, make sure that you give it a like and share it with one of your friends who've just started a business that you think would be beautiful on live stream. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that you never miss any of my future content. So until next time, take care.